racing the clock. Look at them flop, watching them flop. You should see this in my sleep.
Is that like, what do they call it, dribbling or double stepping? I don't know. If there's any basketball players out there, was that move legit or what? It's the only move I have.
I ain't had put my thoughts in the car, I really was lost. Now I'm public with the soundscapes. Floss and really pulling strings for the
Gotta work on that vertical jump.
pound cake. I see you went for a puppet in the clown face for a little wage. The talk of the town is
training is a part of who I am. So when I took that out of that 6 months, I literally didn't know who I was anymore. I lost who I thought I was. I definitely wasn't healthy, you know, having chocolate for breakfast and just like being in a slump and, you know, staying up late at night and sleeping in. And sometimes even, I'm ashamed to admit it, but I would even miss my lectures and stuff, you know.
Just listening to the champ while I squat. I'm just listening to a podcast called The Darren Woodland Show. They've had Matt Fraser, Rich Froning on before. And in fact, that's where the whole drama between Matt and Rich kind of came from, is on their podcast. Matt mentioned that whole thing. But anyway, they got Tia on there today, and I'm about half an hour in. It's really good stuff. I highly recommend it. In fact, I'll link it at the end of the video, so go check it out. Gives you a bit more of an insight of Tia's childhood, where she came from, all that good stuff. Squatting today, we're doing 5 sets of 3. It's meant to be done at 92% of 3 rep max, but I don't know what my 3 rep max is. I haven't back squatted heavy for way too long, so I'm going to work up to a heavy 3 quickly to see where I'm at, and then start my 5 sets after that. I put the basketball up yesterday. I got here with it from the shop at like 12, and it was up ready to go at 5. So it took me the whole day, but I refused to call for help. I got it up there myself. 5 hours later, it's worth it. So much fun. Just it's 1:30. That feels heavy. Squatting, not my strength. So if you've been here for a bit, you'd know that squatting is not my strength at all. This is 145 kgs. It's all I have. It's all the weight I have. I'm nervous about squatting this. I haven't squatted this for a long time, and because my mobility is so bad, when I'm in the bottom of the squat, I'm completely, like my hips completely flexed. So bailing out, I can't really bail out with the bar going back. I kind of have to let the bar come over my head, which is obviously not ideal. But that's not going to happen. I'm not going to fail it. 145 for 3, going up. You're nervous, aren't you? I know you're nervous. I can tell. I'm nervous too. Come on. Whew. I'm extremely happy with that. 145 for 3. It's not pretty. Wasn't too bad though, was it? Okay, so we'll work off that.
way with the gas tank running on fumes. Wonder why you full on the envy. When it's all love, when I fall through with the young bulls, getting niggas a kidney, but you ain't mob, you a op. Must be lost in the sauce. Been here for the arf and the jump start. Wanted this is mom packed the lunchbox with the Kool-Aid jammers, and I'm still throwing tantrum. I'm set to roam around the planet where they know the songs and they chant them. The vision turned into fruition. I'm really liking how it's panning. They call me collector, you thought I planned it. Been crazy, then it fell into place. Now everything's stable. I'm all in on the table. You selling that fable, we know that it's made up. We know what you made of. I do better offline, yeah. I've been calling to a guy. I'm in tune with the signs. I'm just trying to let go. I'm just trying to be me. Hey.
Here we go, last set. Made it. Oh, did you guys hear that? The birds are going off. The birds are going off while I was squatting. I was on my third rep and they were going nuts. I was like, the birds are cheering me on. I'm going to learn to love squatting. Okay, luckily the workout is a short one. We've got a 7-minute AMRAP dumbbell workout. We've got 12 dumbbell deadlifts, so 2 dumbbells, 9 shoulder overhead, 6 squats. 12, 9, 6. Do 2 burpees over the dumbbells, and then every round you increase the burpees by 4 reps. Short and sweet, let's get it.
Still me, I never switch sides, came a long way with the gas tank running on fumes. Wonder why you full on the envy. When it's all love, when I fall through with the young bulls, getting niggas a kidney, but you ain't mob, you a op. Must be lost in the sauce. Been here for the art and the jump start. Wanted this is mom, pack the lunchbox with the Kool-Aid jammers.
I haven't done a spinning intro in a while, so there you go, the spinning intro. What is up, you sexy beasts? I hope you guys are well, wherever you are in the wide, wide world. Thank you for tuning in to another video. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And you know what I'd appreciate even more? Is if you just made sure that you're subscribed. And if you're not subscribed and you enjoy my rambles at all, just go ahead and hit that button. It would mean the world to me. The secret. What is the secret? Got Miss Hayley Adams up there on the screen, just hurting. I've never seen a better pain face than Hayley Adams' pain face. She definitely takes the gold for the pain faces. But what's the secret? What is the secret that these athletes, especially these 2 ladies in the thumbnail, have? And I'm going to tell you what it is, but even when you find out what the secret is, it doesn't really help you because most of us, including myself, don't have it in us to actually apply the knowledge of the secret. So the secret is a mindset. I had to drive 2.5 hours north yesterday to pick up some lights. So it was 2.5 hours there, 2.5 hours back. I had 5 hours on the road. So I listened to everything CrossFit. I watched Tia and Shane's latest vlog. I listened to the latest Talking Elite Fitness podcast where Tommy and Sean had Matt O'Keefe on the show. Matt O'Keefe he runs Loud and Live, like the events company that put on a bunch of these sanctional events. And so I just caught up on all this CrossFit stuff. And there was a bit of a theme that came through all the content. And it was finished off last night when I saw this post by Hayley Adams. I reposted it on my Instagram. And the caption of the post reads this: "It's not the will to win that matters. Everyone has that. Everyone wants to win. It's the will to prepare to win that matters." And that just really spoke to me. It's like, it's the will to do the work that leads to the result. That's what really matters, and that's where a lot of people fall short, I think. They've got this dream and this will to want to win, but they haven't got the will to actually put in the work. And I thought about it a bit more, and if you're going to do this post, you're one of 2 things. You're either a fool, not putting in the work and just posting this to kind of sound cool, but in like 3 weeks' time, you're going to be shown up at semifinals, or you're an extremely confident badass who knows that you are putting in the work, and you can confidently post this, because it's such a great statement to make. And I'm confident that the latter is true for Hayley, that she's been putting in a stupid amount of work and excited to show it off. So anyway, the theme for that day was kind of mindset, the mindset of the champions. And I think this is the secret. And Tia talked about her mindset in that podcast I was watching in the gym earlier, the Darren Woodson show. And she was saying that although she played team sports, she'd always preferred individual sports because she likes to be in control of her destiny. She likes to have full responsibility for the outcome. She doesn't like relying on other people. And I don't know about you, but in life, with all things really, there seems to be these 2 extremes that people tend to kind of hold on to. They either hold on to, this extreme or that extreme. And Tia addresses this in her awesome talk. She articulates it so well. She talks about how amazing her team is and how much support she gets from them. But then she also talks about how she doesn't rely on anyone, that she just takes full responsibility for the outcome by putting in the work. And I think that's the key, is kind of grabbing onto both extremes. I heard this great analogy once, that if there was a rope that was hanging over a pole and you jumped and the goal was to hang, if you just grabbed onto one side of the rope, the other side was fling over the pole and you'll be falling. To be able to hang, to be able to make it, to find balance, you got to grab onto both sides of the rope. And even if you can't see how the 2 ends connect, you just see the 2 extremes, they do connect over the pole. And so all you have to do is grab onto both extremes to find that balance. And I think that is so true, and what Tia spoke about in this podcast is that she takes full responsibility, that's on the one end, but then she also fully acknowledges her team, her husband, her family, everyone that helps her. I've mentioned on here before how much I hate the term self-made millionaire. I hate it when people say I'm a self-made man or a self-made woman, because everybody gets a hand, gets help from someone. No one gets to where they are without any help, right? We all get some kind of assistance. And so when I was listening to Tia speak yesterday, it was just this beautiful humility where she takes full responsibility for the outcome, but then she also gives full credit to the people around her and gives them praise when the result comes. You know, like she doesn't take all the credit for the result. She actually gives credit to her team. But in the moment, in the season, in the time where she's preparing and working, she's taking full responsibility. She's not putting any expectations on anyone else bar herself. And seeing Hayley's post last night, she obviously has that same mindset. And then Matt O'Keefe on the Talking Elite Fitness podcast was asked this question. This year, without Matt competing, is the CrossFit Games going to be a lot less stressful for you? And for those of you who don't know, Matt O'Keefe is just a great friend of Matt's. I guess a manager or just a mentor. But anyway, they're very close. And O'Keefe has been part of Matt's journey, over the last 5-6 years as he's been dominating. And O'Keefe's answer was just brilliant. If I can find that piece in the podcast, I'll insert it in the video here.
He's in complete control on the floor. You know, he's prepared for that. Like, people don't realize how prepared he always was, to the point where, like, there was not as much stress as you would think. You know, for me, it would be stress that, you know, I want him to accomplish his goals and, you know, not have things come up out of his control. But the way he trained and prepared, there was he was, obviously, and we watched it, he was in control of his destiny. And there was a lot of calm with him on a competition floor.
It was just awesome to hear him describe Matt's knowing, just as undoubtable. I know that I've done the work, I know that I'm the best, and therefore the stress levels are very low. I'm sure there's competitors that go in stressed about their performance because they might have left some stones unturned, where Matt just left no stones unturned, and therefore it was a stressless experience. It was more just about turning up and putting on display and executing the work that he'd already done, the same work that Hayley describes. And so I think that's the secret. That's the secret that all these guys have, is that they are willing to do the work that's required to get the result, where I guess a lot of others dream about how nice it would be and they have the desire to win, but not the desire to put in the work daily to see that happen. And it's an amazing mindset. It's a mindset that I think not everyone has. I'm sure you can cultivate it to some degree and learn it to some degree, but I feel like there are some people that just have that innate mongrel discipline inside them to just do what it takes to make it happen. What do you guys think? Is that the key? Is that the secret to these guys' success? And is that a mindset that you can cultivate and learn? Or is that something you're born with? Is that just something that you just have? You've got the ability to just shut off and work. Even as a teenager, Tia was saying that she was quite happy to sacrifice going out with her friends. She was happy to just do the work. And to me, that's not a natural response for a teenager. So it makes me feel like maybe there's something that they're born with, as well as then obviously disciplining themselves and kind of furthering that gift. But I do feel like maybe there is a bit of a gift at birth. What do you guys think? What do I know? I know nothing. So let me know what your thoughts are. That is all for today. I just thought that was a very interesting topic. It kind of consumed my day yesterday, was this mindset these athletes have, and I wanted to share that with you guys. So with that, you stay sexy, keep roaring love, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.